All right. If you are receiving a Social Security or SSI, then you need to hear this. March is bringing some major updates, including some payment schedule changes that you need to be aware of. There is also new Social Security increases. There's going to be some retroactive payments hitting your bank accounts. And there's also 4 proposals that could actually change SSI forever. And these updates are going to impact millions of people, including yourself, if you're currently or going to be a Social Security recipient. And I'm going to break all of that down in this video. So let's dive in. So first things first, when will you get paid? So the March payments are being processed on their usual schedule, but there are a few key details to be able to keep in mind for this month, especially if you receive the supplemental security income or your birthday falls on specific dates. So SSI payment schedule for March, for those who receive the SSI payments, are typically scheduled for the first of each month. However, when the first falls on a weekend or federal holiday, payments are actually sent out earlier. So since March 1st fell on a Saturday, SSI recipients should have received their payment on Friday, February 28th instead. If your payment has not been received yet, you want to wait for at least 3 business days before contacting the Social Security Administration to be able to report your missing payment check. All right. Next, let's talk about some regular Social Security payment schedules for March. So if you receive a Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, or survivor benefits, your payment date depends really on your birthday. So the SSA follows a pretty much staggered schedule to distribute payments throughout the month. So if you're born between the 1st and the 10th of the month, your payment's going to be deposited on Wednesday, March 13th. If you're born between the 11th and the 20th, your payment is going to be received on Wednesday, March 20th. If you're born between the 21st and the 31st, expect your payment to be coming in on Wednesday, March 27th. If you started receiving Social Security before May 1997, or if you're receiving both Social Security and SSI, you'll receive your Social Security check on March 1st. Also, there's going to be an increase in Social Security payments. So here's what you need to know. So that is going to be some amazing news. So if you haven't heard, there's an increase in the cost of living adjustment, also known as COLA, for 2.5% for 2025. Most Social Security beneficiaries are going to see that increase in their payments this year. The average monthly Social Security payment is now around $1,976, which is about a $50 increase from last year. For SSI recipients, the maximum monthly benefit has increased to $967 for individuals and $1,450 for couples. So why does this increase matter? So the COLA is designed to be able to help seniors and disabled individuals keep up with inflation. However, some experts argue that the adjustment may not fully cover the rising costs of essentials like housing, healthcare, and food. So if you haven't noticed an increase in your check, you want to make sure that you double check your benefit statement through My Social Security account or contact SSA for assistance. So what to do if your payments are missing? So if your payment hasn't been received yet by the expected date, don't panic just now. The SSA recommends waiting for at least 3 additional business days before reaching out. Payments can sometimes be delayed due to bank processing times, holidays, even some administrative issues as well. If your payment is still missing after 3 days, then that's when you want to call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213 or visit a local SSA office if they're available next year. All right. So let's next talk about the retroactive Social Security payments and who is going to be able to get these thousands of dollars. Right. So big money should be coming and hitting your bank account. If you're one of the millions of people affected by the Social Security reductions, you may actually be able to receive a significant lump payment thanks to the Social Security Fairness Act. So this was a newly signed law that eliminates some reductions that were caused by the windfall elimination provision. And this law actually reduced Social Security benefits for retirees who also received a pension from their job but didn't pay into Social Security. These are going to be people like teachers, firefighters, and even public sector workers. The government pension offset. So this policy eliminated spousal and survivor benefits for people who also received a government pension. And for decades, these provisions have unfairly reduced benefits for over 2 million retirees, but now that's changing. So who's receiving the retroactive payments now? So if you're previously affected by WEP or GPO, you may qualify for a lump sum payment plus higher Social Security benefits going forward. And this is going to impact over 1.1 million retirees receiving back payments for benefits they were previously denied. And the Social Security Administration has already paid out 7.5 billion in retroactive payments. So the average lump sum check that you could expect has been around 6,710 per person, though individual amounts are going to vary really based on your past benefit reductions. Also, we have spouses and surviving spouses affected by the GPO also seeing increases in their monthly checks to see who qualifies for that. So if Social Security benefits were reduced in the past due to these provisions, which is WEP and GPO, you are likely eligible for both a lump sum payment and a higher monthly benefit moving forward. So if you receive a public pension and Social Security, check your statement, or you also want to log into my Social Security account to see if you are affected by this. All right, so when are you going to get paid for this? So the SSA began issuing out these back payments the week of February 24, 2025. So if you qualify, you should see your deposit by the end of March at the latest. So again, you just want to wait till the end of the month. If you are new and you're receiving higher monthly Social Security checks, that's going to start taking in effect in April 2025, also covering the adjusted benefits for March. Some recipients may also receive 2 notices in the mail, one about the removal of WEP and GPO, and another one detailing new monthly benefit amounts as well. So what if you haven't received your payment yet? So the SSA is processing payments in batches. So if yours hasn't arrived yet, just be patient and wait until at least early April before contacting them. If you suspect an issue, you can actually go ahead and call the 1-800-772-1213 or visit a local SSA office for this. All right. So why is this important? So for many retirees, these payments represent thousands of dollars in overdue benefits that should have been paid years ago. So by being able to remove these will also mean a larger monthly Social Security checks for life, helping retirees be able to keep up with inflation and some of the upcoming changes as it relates to income. All right. So those are going to be the key updates that you need to be aware of. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.